So I'm bringing you guys another weekly fragrance rotation. I'm gonna try to keep this series going since you guys seem to really enjoy them. So if you wanna know what fragrances I pulled out throughout the week, stay tuned and find out. Hey, what's going on guys? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, glad to have you here. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance related content. So if you love fragrances, please just hit the subscribe button down below. Be sure to hit that notification bell and also be sure to follow my fragrance Instagram page. And I do want to let you guys know that I recently started a fragrance TikTok. So if you love watching like short clips about fragrances, please follow me there as well. That would be great. But that is correct. As you can tell by the intro, we're doing another weekly fragrance rotation where we talk about how many sprays I did, what fragrances I wore, and if I got any compliments throughout the week. So let's start this video off on Sunday. So on Sunday, I pulled out one of my favorite, like clean, sporty fragrances. I love wearing this one to the gym. And I did make a TikTok with this fragrance going to the gym. I don't know if you guys caught it or not, but it is on my channel as shorts as well. But the fragrance I pulled out was Yves Saint Laurent's L'Homme Sport. This one here, guys, is one of my favorite flankers. Oh, it's just so clean from the aldehydes, very citrusy as well. It just works perfect for like a sporty situation if you're working out, anything like that. It's not offensive at all. It just smells very clean and just good. And it projects pretty well as well. For being a L'Homme, even though L'Hommes aren't really known to be like great performers or anything like that, this one is pretty good. But with this fragrance, I did go 5 sprays of it. I did not get any compliments, unfortunately. And also, I believe that later that day, I went out with my family camping too. So yeah, no comments unfortunately with this one, but I did enjoy it. And that's what I put out for Sunday was L'Homme Sport. If you haven't tried this flanker yet, definitely do so because I think it just got discontinued. Okay, so for Monday now, I believe Monday was a sort of a warm day. And this is the first time I actually wore this fragrance since I just got in the mail pretty much. And that is Saint Laurent's White Sapphire. Now, I did just do a video about all the Saint Laurent's fragrances I got in, like an overview. And guys, definitely check that one out because I absolutely adore White Sapphire. Now, if you're not familiar with what this fragrance is, it is actually a nishane hacivat cologne, which is a clone of aventus. So it's kind of like a clone of a clone pretty much, but this stuff is fantastic. If you're into more of like the darker, smoky, aventus batches, you will absolutely love White Sapphire. Definitely check this one out. On that day, I did go 8 sprays, so I did go kind of heavy. And this stuff right here is actually a straight tip off foam, very, very strong and very highly concentrated. Do not need 8 sprays at all. That is pretty much overkill. I did get a few looks, but unfortunately, I did not get any compliments with this fragrance. And I was at work all day, but no big deal. I absolutely love this one, and I'm gonna be wearing this one a lot coming up. So for Tuesday now, I did actually pull out a private blend. Now, this is by no means my favorite private blends, at least from the ones I own. I do not think this is worth the money whatsoever since this is part of the higher end private blend, so to say, like $100 more over the original, like oud wood, tobacco vanille, Tuscan leather, things like that. So it's in their higher end ones. But this fragrance is effing fabulous by Tom Ford. Now, this one a lot of people absolutely love, even consider this to be like their favorite private blend. But for me, honestly, it is a good fragrance, but just for that price, guys, it's very boring. It's not worthy of the high price tag by any means. But surprisingly, I did go 8 sprays on this fragrance. It was kind of a warm day as well, so I did go heavy. I've been doing a lot of 8 sprays. I think that's gonna be my new spray routine, is around 8, since I don't really get noticed a lot when I do like 3 to 5, but 8 seems like a good middle ground where you get noticed but don't get any complaints or anything like that. But for effing fabulous, I did have a woman come up to me when she was right next to me. She's like, "Wow, you smell so great." I was like, "Thank you." She's like, "I hope that's not weird." I was like, "No, not at all. I actually get compliments quite a lot about my fragrances." I kind of talked to her about how I'm into fragrances and I collect fragrances and stuff like that. She thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, effing fabulous did get a compliment. If you're not familiar with this fragrance, it is like a leathery sage almond kind of fragrance. Very good for like the colder weather, but I was kind of in the mood for it, so that's what I pulled out for Tuesday was effing fabulous by Tom Ford. All right, so for Wednesday now, I'm also at work all day long, and I just pulled out pretty much a dumb reach that you can pull it out whenever you don't know what to wear, and this thing just works. And honestly, I wear this a ton, and the fragrance is Armav's Club de Nuit Intense Man, and this is the Eau de Parfum Flanker. Now, you guys, if you watch my videos, you know how much I love this fragrance. Even though it does get a lot of hate because it is obviously a aventus clone, It is very synthetic, very screechy, very sharp, but the EDP, guys, is a lot smoother than the original Club de Nuit Intense Man. If you ever tried the EDP, definitely get your hands on it. Much more well-rounded. Yeah, and you still get that nice smokiness with this fragrance as well. But on that day, it was in the 80s, which works perfect for this fragrance. I did 8 sprays of this, and I did not get any compliments, which is kind of surprising because usually when I wear this one, guys, people absolutely love this fragrance. Even though it's mostly the guys that love it, but I have gotten girls comment me on this fragrance before too, but dudes love this fragrance. I don't know if it's because how like masculine it is, how smoky it is. It's kind of like an alpha male kind of fragrance, but yeah, I love this stuff. This is almost like my signature scent, to be honest with you. I wear this even more than aventus, which I do have right behind me. But yeah, 8 sprays of this fragrance at work. No compliments, unfortunately, but that's what I put out for Wednesday. It's Club de Nuit Intense Man Eau de Parfum. Okay, so for Thursday, which is my last day at work, I am off on Fridays. But on Thursday, I kind of wanted to pull out something very complex and very daring. And I was at work, by the way, and the fragrance I pulled out, which you might not want to pull this out for work, but it is Fragrance du Bois Cannabis Intense. Now, you guys might be thinking, wow, you wore cannabis fragrance to work. I did, because Cannabis Intense, guys, I don't get much cannabis. It doesn't really smell like weed, so to say, like someone smoking weed or anything like that. It is in the background, but what I mostly get from this is like, it is kind of citrusy. I do get oud in here as well. How I would actually describe this fragrance, guys, I'm gonna do a full review of this. I did review New York Intense, which I adore, and then I also have Cannabis Blue I'm gonna review. That one I would not wear to work. I'm telling you right now, that one does smell like cannabis. This one here, it's sort of more toned down. It kind of reminds me of Tom Ford's Oud Wood, more like a herbaceous green version of Oud Wood. So if you're a fan of that fragrance, you'll absolutely love this one, I'm sure of it. But yeah, I went with 8 sprays of this stuff, and this stuff is strong as well. Do not need 8 sprays, but like I said, I'm going a little bit heavier on the trigger as of lately, just to see the reaction and stuff I get. But I did get a few people kind of look at me weird, so I'm assuming they did smell my fragrance. I didn't get in trouble or anything like that. I think I'm coming into work high or anything. But yeah, I did get a few weird looks, no compliments. But yeah, I absolutely enjoyed this one so much, guys. If you're not familiar with the Fragrance du Bois house, definitely give them a look. They make some of the most high quality, complex fragrances in the entire world, guys. By far, it's all 3 of the ones I have, I absolutely adore. But yeah, Cannabis Intense is what I wore on the last day of work on Thursday. So let's head over to Friday now. All right, so for Friday, I kind of just hung out at home since it was my day off. I did get some errands done, since I like to do that mostly on Friday, since it's still a work day or work week, so to say, but I'm not working on that day. So I usually just get errands and stuff. But the fragrance I pulled out for Friday is one of my favorite cherry fragrances in my collection. And I do own quite a few cherry fragrances, but this one is just special to me. And that is Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum. Now, I do own the flanker as well, the Intense, which is more of like an almondy leather fragrance, more darker than this one. This one is so much better than that one in my opinion. If you're looking at either one of those, go with the EDP, guys. You would not be disappointed with this one. But yeah, it's very almost creamy, a beautiful kind of like sour cherry in here as well. It's just so good. But on that day, it was in the 70s. It was kind of cold at night though. And I did go 8 sprays again with this one, guys, and I smelled it the whole time. Didn't really go nose blind to it. It lasted good like 8+ hours on my skin, guys. But yeah, that's what I pulled out for Friday on my day off and to run errands. And yeah, guys, check out Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum if you can get your hands on it. All right, so wrapping the week off on Saturday. On Saturday, I did kind of do a little bit of shopping and stuff like that. And the fragrance I pulled out for the occasion was a fantastic resinous fragrance, and that is Jo Malone's Myrrh and Tonka. Now, Oud and Bergamot, which I do own as well, used to be my favorite Jo Malone, but this one definitely passed that one up, guys. This one is so smooth. All I think about is the word smooth when I smell this. Of course, you have that nice creamy Tonka in here. You have that beautiful kind of sweet resinous myrrh as well. Oh, it's such a beautiful fragrance is all I can say about this. But yeah, it was in the 70s on that day, kind of cloudy. I did go a little bit less on the sprays. I went with 6 sprays, didn't get any compliments on this one. And I was around kind of like a bunch of people were shopping and stuff like this new department store, Bosco's. I don't know if you heard of it, just opened where I'm from. And there was a ton of people in there. And yeah, I pulled this one out for the occasion. And yeah, no comments unfortunately, but I definitely enjoyed this one. If you love resinous, smooth fragrances, check out Murray Tonka. This is one of the best resinous fragrances money can buy. But that is pretty much gonna wrap up my weekly fragrance rotation. Let me know down in the comments below what fragrances you put out throughout the week. I'm definitely curious to hear that. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, which I'm sure you guys already have. And yeah, I'll catch all you guys in the next fragrance upload. Take care, everybody.